flow, radar on the grill, TV in the middle of my steering wheel. It's my car's birthday, so we blowing them candles. Most speakers in the trunk than my ride can handle. Got my name in the headrest, read it and weep. Nas tank in the back, camel hair on the seat. And when I pull up to the club, I get all the affection, cause the women love the paint and they can see their reflection. I'm about to take off, so F what you heard, because my side mirrors flap like a fucking bird.
What is the deal, beautiful people? It's your boy Uncle Rizzo. Had to do this video because I got such a good question from one of our subscribers, man. Wow, what a question. I'm gonna read it for you. Shout out to my man Ed Too Cool. Says here, I'd like to know from you guys, where do you think the fanboy thing started, and why is it stuck in so many people's minds? Because back in the day, I don't really remember there being any of this, or at least not by the consumer/gamers, because everyone gamed on everything or had them all. If you didn't, one of your friends would bring his console to another friend's home who had a different one, and everybody would be having a fun time. Well then, that is a hell of a question, my man. I think he touched on a good few points in his question. Yeah, it kind of answered itself. No, this fanboy shit did not exist back in the day, man. It was just people didn't care. People appreciated everything. And this one right here, like Snow said so many times, is like, this is like the Nintendo Sega thing back in the day, but except this time around people are fucking idiots. And I want to address the fanboy thing. What is a fanboy? Man, a fanboy is not necessarily a bad thing, you know, like, you guys may not know, it depends on how much you follow us, because this is our gaming exclusive channel. We've also got Lifestyles Defined. Make sure you check that out. That's where we do all of our technology and entertainment as well. And if you follow us over there, you would know that I'm a huge Microsoft fanboy. Less of a Xbox fanboy, more of a Microsoft in general. And I don't think that's a bad thing. You know, this is a conversation I had with my girl once upon a time. She asked, you know, why do you love Microsoft so much? And I'm not gonna address that here. Just know that it's a company that changed the world in so many different ways. And I'm a huge Bill Gates. That's my number one hero right there. So, you know, a lot of that stems from him and his work throughout the world and what he's doing. But being a fanboy is not a bad thing, because we follow these brands. These companies are such a huge part of our life. You know, I'm in the IT field, and I work all day with Microsoft, and I come home and I'm working with Microsoft. I'm using Windows Phone all day. I'm on my Xbox. I'm on my PC editing videos and pushing out content. It's part of my life. And you know, you grow this huge attachment to these things that you see day in, day out. Nothing wrong with a fanboy. Now, fanboys got a bad rap because of people's extremes, you know. So somehow, because I'm a Microsoft fanboy, that means that Apple sucks, or that means that Android is terrible, that means that Sony can't make a proper console to save their lives. No, not at all. Quite the opposite, actually. But there's a huge gap in there for people and their fucking idiocy to happen, right? Meaning, okay, so we get it. You love Microsoft. But because you love Microsoft, people immediately get defensive when a Microsoft person comes to them and says, you know, that Mac OS 10 is terrible. You know, people are like, what? Man, fuck you. What do you know? You like Windows. Alright, my bad. You know, that PlayStation 4 is nothing but a powerful PlayStation 3. Fuck you. You don't even have 1080p resolution on your fucking home screen. You know, and it goes back and forth. Today, a lot of this flame war and this shit comes from, one, the media, because the media will report the dumbest shit possible, and they do it for click-throughs, they do it for views. So they purposely find any little bit of news that could invoke opinion, and they push it, and they push it hard. So basically what they're doing, wait, are we part of the media? So basically what they're doing is they're instigating, creating a pit and dropping everyone in there. And people are not, let me tell you, the individual is pretty intelligent. People are fucking stupid. So you can get a guy in a room and you can say to him, yo, what's going on with this Sony thing, and how do you feel? You know, to be honest with you, the Xbox isn't bad, and I just like PlayStation because of A, B, C, and D, but the Xbox is cool shit. They got such and such and such. But when he gets online in a forum where there's a bunch of his people who are pro Sony, he'll never admit that. And I don't think it's a fanboy thing. I think it's just it's a deficiency of fucking human beings, man. No one wants to be real. No one wants to give anyone else thanks or props. No one wants to acknowledge when something they don't like does well. It's just a clusterfuck of so many things. Is it right? No. I mean, but what are you gonna do? I troll. I love to troll. But the thing people forget about an effective troll is that you have to understand the thing you're trolling. You just can't get up and say, yo, fuck Sony, where are the games? Like, yo, that shit sucks. From day one, if you've been on this channel for a long time, I've been advocating, and Snow as well, that this generation of consoles, you must own both. And it sucks for me that I'm literally out here digging for reasons to own a fucking PlayStation 4. And I want to just go out and buy it, but I'm at a different part of my life where things have to be justified when I spend my money. And that sucks. And I troll Sony on that sometimes. I don't really troll, I troll Snow more so than often. And that sucks because now he's become immune. He knows when I'm fucking around. And it's not as fun anymore. But you gotta understand, like, come the fuck on, man. These things are different. Things are going to be different. Some games are gonna suck. Some are gonna be good. Some consoles are gonna be better than others in certain areas. And move the fuck on. I don't. It's this confrontation, this constant confrontation that's so fucking tiring. I really don't. I'm exhausted with it. And the whole launch of the console wars thing was just like, man, you guys are fucking. I've done countless videos, man. I've done so many videos, a lot of roast videos, and it just people still don't get it. And the question that Ed is asking is actually coming from the last video I did, where I pretty much asked, did Sony make jackasses out of the gamers? And I'm not attacking Sony. Sony's not doing anything wrong here. Sony is innovating at their pace. And if you think you can innovate better, then maybe you should do it. And let's see how that comes out. But it's all about the fans, the fanboys with this irrational way of thinking. There's all or nothing, there's on or off. There goes my alarm, speaking of on or off. And they really start to overpower the conversation and cloud the judgment. And the latest attack, or at least the last attack, is not an attack anymore, apparently, was on a resolution thing. And it's crazy because by and large in the Xbox world, no one gave a shit because we had games to play. And the Sony guys did not have games to play, so they got a lot of free time to run around on the internet and run their mouth. And that's okay. But here comes Sony with deficiencies as well, and now no one's saying anything. And that was really my question. Like, we're not putting Sony on the chopping block here as to why this is not what it says in. No, these companies do what the fuck they do. If you want to call it lying, they all lie. Microsoft does it, Sony does it, Apple does it, Google does it, whatever. There's shit that you say to the person next to you that's really important that can be misconstrued as a lie, but it's not over. You didn't mean to lie. You didn't know, or things slipped through the cracks. That's okay. But I addressed specifically the gamers because you guys went so hard. You guys had such an adamant point, and now it turns out none of that means a fucking thing because you yourself are on shaky ground. I don't see much people turning around and saying, oh, sorry guys, my bad. It wasn't a big deal. No, they're just on to the next thing. So, Ed, I don't know where this shit's coming from. It's just the culture of the internet today. Things are gonna go viral. Stupid fucking videos of people falling off tables are gonna run your news feed. There's always gonna be a wars. There's a console war. There's a cell phone war. There's an Apple versus Google. There's a Google versus Microsoft. There's always gonna be a war. People always want to compare, and until we as a society get that comparison shit out of the way, then it's only gonna get worse. And let me tell you, people compare all the wrong shit. How about you compare the personal relationships in your life? Worry about your quality of life, your job. Compare that. Compare your fucking work ethic to what you do in life, and then we can all be better people as a human race. But anywho, yes, I'm a Microsoft fanboy. Fuck Sony. It's your boy Okarizza. I'm out of here. Peace.